Hi there, I'm Brooke and this is my channel, Tarot with B. So today we're going to be seeing the impression that you leave on people and how you make them feel. Like after you talk to them, after they look at you, anything. Just the impression that you leave on people. Because don't you want to know? Like, I think that's really fascinating. I'm always like, I wish I could read your mind a little bit. Like, not for anything other than like, what are you thinking about me right now? Do you know what I mean? I'm like that anyway. I don't know. But I just think it's interesting. I mean, who doesn't want to know that? I mean, maybe you don't, but I mean, you probably do if you click the reading. So, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to see people's impressions of you. And we have 3 piles tonight. So we have pile 1 with the kitty cat charm. The adorable kitty. Here, I'll hold it in my hand. There's the kitty cat for pile 1. And pile 2 with the apple. It's pile 2. And pile 3 with the colorful rainbow disc. That's pile 3. So let's take a deep breath in and try and really get centered, okay? So really take a second and trust your intuition, trust your gut. Really take a look at each pile and see which one calls out to you, whether it be the card, the charm, the timestamp down below, whatever sticks out to you. That is probably your reading, okay? So if you need to pause the video for some more time, that's okay too. But I am going to go ahead and get started with pile 1. I'll see you in a minute. Hi there, pile 1. So if you chose the kitty cat pile, this is your reading. So first of all, so we're going to see what people think about you, yeah? Just going from the charm here, I think people see you as quite independent. You know, you have a confident air about you that people find really interesting. I think that people see like that you want to go on adventures and you're willing to take risks. You seem like that type of person to others, you know, and really just ready to throw caution to the wind and do what it is that you want to do. People really get that vibe from you. And I just think, again, you have this air about you that is just, it exudes confidence and courage. And maybe people are a little envious of you because you have that confidence, you know? And even if it's like fake confidence that you're putting on, it's still coming across to others. And people really, really see that when they look at you immediately. So we also have this first tarot card here with Justice 11. So this is Libra energy. I think that people see you as very well put together, possibly very quite attractive as well, but you also seem just incredibly balanced and really, what's the word here? Like a mediator. I think people see you as a mediator and you really see both sides of an argument, you know what I mean? Or see both sides of an opinion, and you really try and make people comfortable in general, you know? And I just think that you're very sociable as well. So people see you as like a very chatty person, perhaps, and maybe a little indecisive sometimes as well. But again, I think that you really try to make everyone happy and keep the peace, keep the balance in things, you know, and relationships. And people really respect that. They really respect you. And perhaps you're in like a government position, law, you know, something like that, for your job. Again, they're sitting up so nicely that their posture is so pretty. And the cat, it's just like, all I can picture is just a cat sitting there like with this beautiful posture and just an air about them, and really just exuding a confidence from within, you know, that is bursting out of you. Even if you don't feel it, I think that you really exude that. So let's get a few more tarot cards and we'll do a few oracle cards. So pile 1, what impression does pile 1 leave on people? Ooh, a little mysterious with the moon, which is Pisces energy. And the Ace of Wands with that adventurous side. Okay. And the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So I think that people really, they see that you don't give too much of yourself away. I think that you really, again, you try and keep the peace for everybody else, and you're trying to keep the balance for things, but, and maybe, because like I said, maybe you're very chatty and have quite a few friends, and you're always, like, you know all the tea. You know what I mean? Like, you know everything about everybody and what's happening, but people don't know very much about you. So you're a bit of a mystery for people, and they want to, like, see behind the veil. You know what I mean? See behind that blindfold and really try and get to know you better. But I do think that you really, because this Ace of Wands, so with the Ace of Wands, I think that, again, with the adventure, people really just admire how spontaneous you are. You can be very spontaneous and just wanting a new adventure every day, maybe, you know, or you start new things often. And so people think that that's neat, you know, and you have just a passion for life and this fire in you that people really look up to. And again, confidence. I think you're very confident. You really try to live every day to the fullest, you know. And I also think people see you, like, yes, you're very adventurous, but you're grounded as well. You know, you have a structure, and that tracks with the Justice card as well. You're very structured. It seems like you have two sides. People see you like as this structured individual that really, like, maybe you're saving money, you're just really, and again, this can be just from the way this card looks, it's kind of secretive. Like, what's in that chest? You know what I mean? What's going on in there? It's a bit of a mystery that people might want to unlock. But I think that you're very structured and grounded and have your shit like, people view you like you have your shit together, you know what I mean? And you really just try to look your best, present yourself the best way you possibly can, you know what I mean? I think you always look very nice and put together, you know. And I think that, but again, you have this other side that's so mysterious and almost spontaneous, and just people are like, what's going on here? Like, you're very unique because you're multifaceted. You have these dual sides to you, like the structure and almost a conservative type of energy. And I don't mean conservative as in a political way. I just mean, like, maybe you don't like showing a lot of skin, or you just, and I don't want to say old-fashioned either, because I don't mean that in a negative way either, but, like, you just don't move as quickly in certain aspects, like with certain things, you know. And people really see that in your, on one side, but then on the other side, they see this spontaneous person that's like, go, 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 let's do this today, you know what I mean? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? You know, but again, they don't know much about you. They're not seeing much about you. So you're projecting this put together image for people to see. And only some people see this spontaneous side, you know, but you definitely have a fun, that fun side. And again, I think you're very social. And cats can be spastic too, you know what I mean? They can be insane, like flying around the house, like being goofballs, you know how cats are. But so maybe you're really funny, like you make people laugh and they think you're hilarious, and just a little all over the place, but in a good way, you know, it's not like in a negative way. So now let's get a goddess card. Let's see. What impression does pile 1 leave on people? Aw, Hathor, joy. Yeah, you seem like like you're trying to live every day to the fullest. And you, again, I said you're funny. I think you're funny, and you try to make people happy and make people smile and feel special. And they really see that. I think that you put an effort into that, and they really, it translates to how people see you as well. Let's do one more of those. Now let's do this one. Aphrodite, yeah, with passion. And that, again, with the Ace of Wands. I think, again, you're very beautiful. I think people really see you as a physically beautiful person, and you put a lot of effort into how you look. That's just how it is. But I also think you have a very, like, such a passion for life and your adventures that you go on, and just maybe even the structured part of you. You know what I mean? You're very passionate about these things, and you get heated by, like, it brings you life, you know what I mean? And other people really like it. They really do love that part of you, because you're so joyous and passionate and just fiery and lovely, you know, and beautiful, and just this light in people's lives. Even if you're walking by someone on the street, maybe like you're the type to smile at everybody, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, that really made me feel good today, you know? Like, maybe, like, people just really need that, you know? And you just make them feel very comfortable. Okay, so we have continuance. And I believe that is Capricorn energy. Is that a Capricorn? Let me see. Yeah, Capricorn. With continuance here. With the apple. Which is interesting, because that was the charm for pile 2. I don't know. The number 8 may be significant for you, or 26. But I think that you give people hope, and they look at you and they see you persevering and keep going. And I think people see you as very unique. Like, you're an individual, you know what I mean? You're not just like everybody else. Because, again, I think you're very multifaceted with what the tarot was saying. You really try to have that balance, but again, you don't give too much of yourself away, and that really intrigues people. It makes them want to know more about you and spend more time with you to get to know you better, you know? So it's funny. But they think you're so fun, genuinely. Like, you leave a very good impression on people. So now we're going to do some Buzzfeed cards to see. Okay. Yeah, see, like, on one hand, I think, and maybe this is like at work. Maybe you're just a very hard worker, and you, like, are really focused at work. So you try to not give too much of yourself away, and you're, like, down to business. You know what I mean? And almost, like, a little cold with people, because the Justice can be like that too. And we also have Squirrel here. So I think that you just really want more information. Like, people see you as, like, the type of person that really wants a lot of information. You're trying to, like, constantly learn more, you know what I mean? And you're very down to business and serious when you need to be. And I'm getting the vibe that that's at work in general. So let's see. What impression does pile 1 give people? Oh my god. Okay, well, that's too many, but I'll take this one. Yeah. You're very unique. You're unique and almost rare, you know? And you just make people want to know more about you, yeah? And we also have Volcano with that passion. You've got, it's here 3 times. We had the Ace of Wands, Passion, and Volcano. So I think that you, when you're not, like, in this mindset or at work or whatever, this more down to earth, more down to business and serious energy comes in, when you're not in that environment, you're incredibly passionate and just want adventure and sparks, you know what I mean? Like, sparks are flying in your brain, or like with others. I think you're very attractive. People see you and they find you incredibly attractive. Let's get a few more of these here. Yeah, that's funny. Sleek black. You're very suave. Like, and again, mysterious. You've got like that tall, dark, and beautiful. You know what I mean? Just like, you're interesting. There's something about you that people just find really interesting. And quirky. You're a little unique. Again, that tracks with the the cat. People see you're funny. Again, like you're a little all over the place, but sometimes I think you have two sides. You're very down to business on one hand, and then maybe out of work you're very spontaneous. You're quite eccentric too. And mood rings. Yeah, people, they're indecisive about you. They don't know what to think, you know, sometimes, because you're mysterious. You leave people at a bit of a distance, and people are like, well, okay, but what are you like? Like, who are you? I need to know more about you. I want to have more information because you're this unique, beautiful, passionate, sparky person. You know what I mean? Like you're fiery, and you bring a lot to people's lives, I think. And you make them think and maybe even act in a way that they wouldn't have before. Like, you make people feel courageous as well. But I think that you also make people feel warm and comforted and just cozy, you know? You're a very cozy, accepting energy. So we're going to close out your reading with a few more charms within Margot here. So this could get a little loud, so if you need to turn your volume down, please do. Oh. Yeah, I think you transform people's lives, and you're very beautiful. You know? And even if you're scared or seem fearful of something, you act. And you're very, that's not the act. You take action, you know, toward things that scare you, you know? And people think that that's really cool. And again, with the action, I think you are always on the go. You really want to be moving, get moving, you know. Maybe you're very talkative as well. We have Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces. Yeah, you bring peace to people's lives as well. You're a very peaceful person, but fun at the same time, you know. Taurus, Virgo, confident. Yeah, see, it's like you're royal, you know, the way you walk or something. There's something about your air that people are like, whoa, I need to know more about you. You're just very confident. You give off this really interesting energy because there's two sides to you. There really are. We have a Y here as well. So with the Anchor, again, I think that you're very grounded with this Four of Pentacles. I think you're grounded and loyal as well. People see you and you're just you're a grounding presence as well. Like, maybe people come to you a lot to, like, when they're feeling upset or need advice, and they're just like, okay, your energy just makes them feel more at ease. And we also have the Turtle. So that's very, you know, I think sometimes you're very slow moving. Again, I think that's at work. You really go with the flow and you, like, put your head down and get to work, you know, like, you're a hard worker. But you're also very patient and, again, very loyal. But you protect yourself, you protect your energy, because the turtle has that shell. You're a little guarded, and that's exactly what that moon was saying at the bottom down there, you know, it's under there somewhere. But that moon was saying that you're very, oh, and we have Pisces again. So maybe you have some Pisces placements because the moon is Pisces energy. And we have Capricorn again. This was Capricorn. This continuance was Capricorn. But I just think that you are very, where was I think you're very guarded with people, and you do try and protect yourself and protect your energy with people you don't really know. And you kind of wear a mask and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to be this person or I'm going to be this person. Who are you going to get? You know what I mean? I'm going to be that cold person, or this person that's full of all this life and fire, you know? Not to say that you're not full of life and fire here as well, but you don't put it outward, you know? But that's just what people see. That's what people see. So that's what I have for you, pile one. This has been really interesting. That's how people view you. It's definitely interesting because you certainly have two takes, you know? You have two sides, how people see you, and that's really cool. And that's also the impact you have on people, you know? I think, again, people really view you as a loyal, devoted person, and that has a lot of confidence and makes people want to do better and be their best, you know? So if you'd like to subscribe, you can hit the button down below, and you can hit the notification bell to see whenever I post a new video. If you'd like to leave a like or a comment, you can. I do like to read the comments. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my email will be in the description box below. And I'm also on TikTok and Instagram, so if you'd like to follow me on there, I will leave those linked down below as well. But I hope you have a beautiful day, night, or evening, wherever you are, pile one, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye! Hi there, pile two. So if you chose the apple charm, this is your reading. So we're going to see what impression you leave on people, like what people think of you, like how they view you, you know, all of that. So first of all, with the apple here, I think that they find you very wise and knowledgeable about a lot of things, you know. Maybe you're physically fit as well, because this can mean like really taking care of yourself and your diet and your fitness and whatnot, or just like that you look really nice, you know, to whatever that is to them, you know. Whatever nice is to them, excuse me, that didn't word that well. Maybe you're a teacher of some sort as well, and people you come across as a teacher, you know. I don't know how teachers, no, sometimes that you can just tell. It's funny, but I do think that you have quite a bit of knowledge to give, and you just know a lot about a lot, you know. I definitely see that. And okay, so we have this tarot card here as well, which was the Eight of Swords. Oh. So I think people see that you are very in your head. You're very logical and just maybe in your head a lot. You know what I mean? Or like you're just walking along and you don't even notice someone's there. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a negative way, because that might just be like walking on the street. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Like with strangers, so that could be like how a stranger views you. Sometimes you can seem like you're really lost in your thoughts and trapped in your head and you can't figure out how to get out. But again, I just think you have a lot of thoughts in there, because I think you're very smart and you have a lot of knowledge in there to really sort out, you know. But I think that people really look to you to gain insight and knowledge on other things too, on their problems or like something like that. But I'm seeing that people think that you feel very trapped inside your mind or in a certain situation, and that maybe you don't have much hope for it. But we'll see what else comes out as well. But it's very mental. You have a lot going on in your head. There's a lot of action in there. So let's see what else the tarot has to say. Where is it? There it is. What else is going on in pile two's head? Okay, so how do people, what impression does pile two leave on people? And also that could mean like you think, like you make people think, you know, and you're like, oh, you know, they have a conversation with you and they're like, oh, okay, what? And then they're really in their head, you know? That could also mean that. What impression does pile 2 leave on people? Mm-hmm. Came out in the last reading. That's funny. Okay. I think you bring a sense of calm to people with that Temperance. You really make people feel at ease. You know, even with everything that's going on in your mind and whatnot, I think that you really try to make people feel comfortable, and people really see you as a peaceful person, you know, even with some inner, because again, I think that's more like a stranger energy, you know what I mean? Like that you're very in your head and like not paying attention, you know, to other people. You're kind of in your own world. But, you know, people, they see you as very peaceful and put together. And again, I think maybe you're quite physically fit because, you know, they are doing yoga and we did get the apple. So maybe you really care about your fitness and people really take notice of that. You just look like you work out quite often. You give off such a peaceful energy and this zen, you know, like you've really done a lot of work to balance yourself out. And, you know, I think that maybe people think that you give off the impression that you've been through a lot with the Knight of Wands, but you're still standing. You know, you persevere through it, and it's made you this incredibly peaceful person. Like, and maybe you have to do yoga to really quiet your thoughts too. Like people see that mind racing and they really acknowledge that you are really trying to balance yourself out and find that inner peace to bring it forth outwardly. But again, I think you make people feel at peace, and they look up to you, how strong you are, how you persevere through everything, you know, like this person is like on their last legs, but they're still standing. Nothing's going to knock them down. They're still going, you know, and taking action toward whatever it is that they want. And I think that you're very action orientated. You're very action oriented. And yeah, you're in your head a lot, but you take action. You don't sit and think about it, you know, and people really see that. But you're very mysterious. Maybe you're a little spooky too. Like you do, like maybe you do some moon magic or something like that. Like maybe you wear crystals or something like that. Or like you just, that's what you're very knowledgeable about. Maybe you're very knowledgeable about like witchcraft and such. But, again, you're very mysterious to people. Because you're very in your head and you don't want, it's not that you don't want to give too much of yourself away. It's just that you have so much to think about, and you have all these thoughts racing through your head, and maybe a little bit of anxiety as well, that you just don't have the capacity to let a lot of people in, and see too much about who you really are. So you're very mysterious. People think you're mysterious, but also a little sexy, you know, and again, physically fit, but you're a little mystical, you know. You make people be like, ooh, who is that? They're interesting. They're different. I think you definitely give that vibe. So now we're going to get some goddess cards to see what comes out. Okay, so what impression do you leave on people? How do people feel around you? How do they feel about you? Yeah. Hecate. I don't know how to say it. Hecate. I'm going to say Hecate. Magic. I think you're, again, very mysterious. And there's something about your appearance that's very striking. Like, do you see how their hair is just really, it's that really bright white color, you know? And I think there's something about you that is very striking to people. Maybe it's your eyes or your lips. But again, you're very knowledgeable, and perhaps you do magic. That may be the case. And we also have, but a little dark too, you know what I mean? Not in like a negative way, but you give off like a, ooh, they're a little dangerous, you know, even if you're not, do you know what I mean? You're just interesting. People want to know more about you because they're like, whoa, that's a unique person. It's like giving Scorpio energy. And we also have Laka with love. So they certainly see you as a beautiful energy. You know, they see you as someone very open and kind. Again, there's like with the hula, perhaps again with the physical fitness, you know, I think that you're very active. Your mind is very active, but your body is too. Like, maybe that's how you ground yourself, like just through physical activity. And people just find you so attractive. I think that they see you and they're like, whoa, I could fall in love with them really fast. You know, you're very magnetic. And again, very mysterious and dark and just spooky kind of, but like not in a bad way, you know? Just different, you know? Yeah, I was gonna be, oh, my cat just, hi, what are you doing? Hello. Okay, so we have the wisdom card here, and this is Leo energy. I really need to get better about these fire signs. I can never remember. The number 22's there as well. Maybe that's significant for you. It's Leo, yep. So again, it's funny that came out because it tracks with the apple. I think you're very wise. You know, you have a lot of knowledge, and you know, I think people see you as a very hard worker. You know, you don't just, I think that you are naturally just very smart. Sometimes people are just, they learn so fast. I think that that's you, but you also, when you can't learn something quickly, you work really hard to figure it out or like learn it. Again, I think you have a little bit of, your intuition is strong, and maybe you like freak people out sometimes because you're like, you say something and they're like, how did you know that? Or like, you know something's gonna happen, or you know something's gonna be a certain color, or like you know what I mean? And people are like, what? Because we have the moon, Hecate, and this wisdom. So I think that you really do have like an inner knowing that's just very natural and wise. People are like, whoa, you're really great. You're a little creepy in like the best way though. Like people find it really attractive. But yeah, I think you're confident too in a quiet way. Because pile one was really loud with their confidence, but I think that you're more subdued, you know, but you give off this powerful energy, this powerfully, confident energy that is much more quiet and subdued. So now we're going to do some Buzzfeed cards. Oops. Yeah. Maybe people see you, and this again is not people that really know you. This is more like people that are just walking on the street, you know, or like just an acquaintance, you know, but they see you and they're like, whoa, that's like a walking, like, I could do bad things, you know, something like that. Like they could get me into some trouble, you know, not in like a negative way. It's just like you give like a bad girl, bad boy, bad they energy, you know what I mean? But again, not in a bad way, because you have this loving heart, you know what I mean? Maybe that's just how you present yourself. You present yourself in a really unique way. Like maybe you wear a lot of black and like chains and, you know what I mean? Just in a different type of way than some people are used to. But people find you really interesting. Oh yeah, because we have Aurora Borealis here. You know, you're so unique and beautiful and really just cool. I think you're cool. You know, people just find you really neat. So we have squirrel, and that's thirsty for knowledge. You really, you just are so damn wise. I think you're very smart, and you're always like trying to know more and try and gather information, and really, you really get to know people too. Like, try and ask a lot of questions, not in like an invasive way, but like you ask questions when you first meet somebody and they're like, oh, okay, this is okay, you know. Maybe you're just really chatty and you just want to know about people. And with the peacock, again, my goodness, you must be the most beautiful person alive, pile 2. Gosh, my pile 2s. Beautiful. Inside and out. Maybe you, because we did have Leo here, and my dad's Leo, so I get a little, but maybe you have, you can boast a bit about certain maybe it's not like how you look necessarily, but about information that you have. Like, you can be a bit of a show off. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, it's absolutely fine. It's just how people potentially could see you, you know, and how they perceive you. It doesn't mean that's necessarily the case, you know, because everybody has different opinions, you know. So that's just some opinions, like that you're a little bit of a show off. But again, you're very confident and unique. You seem really cool and colorful. There's a lot of color in your reading, which is nice. Even though I said you may wear black, which is kind of funny. But so now, oh wait, no, I need to get a few more of these. I got more than that for the last pile. I got 3. Oh my, and 3, that was creepy. 3 came out right when I said that. Okay then. Yeah, this is like rebellious, you know what I mean? Disloyal. Like, I'm telling you, maybe you give off that vibe, like you make people want to misbehave. But, and maybe you seem like a bit of a rebel too. Like, you just give off this really, like I said, this powerful confidence but it's not loud. I see it as subdued and really magnetic. It's very magnetic. And we have waves here. So I think that you really make a big impact on people, whether you talk to them for 2 seconds, whether you walk by them on the street, whether they've known you for years. I think you make a big impact on them. It's just like every time you come in, it's like, in a good way. I keep saying things that sound bad, but like, you crash into the room and everyone's like really happy to see you, though. You know what I mean? It's not in a negative way. It's just like you make an impact, and when you enter a room, people notice. So we have sand here too as well. So I think maybe people are cautious to approach you, yeah, and it takes a while for people to really get that, and this can be cautious too, you know what I mean? So they have to like build up the confidence to come talk to you or like to approach you. So it's rather slow going and gradual, you know, like you have this like this energy that's magnetic and interesting and makes a huge impact, and people don't really know what to do with it. So you know, they're a little guarded when they meet you as well, and it may take them a bit to warm up to you, yeah? So, let's get Margot and do some charms to close out your reading. Okay, this can get a little loud, so if you need to turn your volume down, you can probably do that now. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely, there's some sort of magic going on here with the mushroom. You're very magical. And maybe you like nature too. Maybe you go for a run, or you like to do yoga outside, because again, I think you're very physically fit. You like to get moving. I have the I, an X, and yeah, you're very passionate. People see you as a very hot, sexy person. And you spark a little bit of fear. They're like, ooh, you're scary. Like, but again, in such a good way. It's not like in a bad way at all. It's just like, because you cause a reaction. It's like an immediate reaction with people. Yeah. And it can be a little scary, like, to know how you feel about somebody immediately, you know, or like know that they're going to have an impact on you immediately. Like, maybe people see you and they think about you for a long time afterward, you know. We also have a C, But you also have this fresh, confident energy. You know, it's not just negative, you know. And none of this that I'm saying is negative, because, again, I think people view you with high regard. They're just a little, some people can be very apprehensive with you because you make them, again, want to do bad things and rebel and just be a little naughty. So, but you have this lovely heart. I've been holding this and I forgot I was holding it. You have a lovely heart, and people really see that. It kind of pours out of you that you really try to be loving, like, because we did have Laka here, loving and just sweet. I think you're very sweet too, but you have such a fresh energy as well. So we have this is like a stiff wooden energy, you know, and kind of blocked off, right? But we also have, and hard things have been hard too for you. And again, people really see that you've had a difficult time, but you've persevered and kept going, you know. And your robot, yeah, sometimes because you're so in your head, you can kind of just come off a little robotic and like you're not paying attention to what people are saying sometimes, or like just like what's going on in the room, you know. Or like you just walk by somebody and they're completely dead-faced, you know what I mean? And just in your head, you know, because you're thinking. You're very logical, very, very logical. Maybe you're in tech too, I don't know. But, or a teacher, a tech teacher, computer, I don't know. But that's what I have for you, pile 2. So it's been a pleasure to read for you. You just seem really, really interesting. I would like to be your friend. You seem cool. And you know a lot about a lot, and that's really neat. But if you would like to subscribe, you can hit the button down below. And if you'd like to be notified when I post a new video, you can hit that notification bell. You can leave a like or a comment if you want. I do like to read the comments. Don't feel obligated though. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my email will be in the description box as well. And I am on Instagram and TikTok, so if you'd like to follow me there, I will leave those linked down below as well. So I hope you have a beautiful day, night, or evening wherever you are, and I will see you next time, okay, pile 2? Bye! Hi there, pile 3. So if you chose this rainbow charm, rainbow swirly gig, this is your reading. So with this, I think that you give a lot of people hope, you know. I didn't even... So this is how you make people feel, the impression you leave on them, okay? I think you give people a lot of hope, yeah? And I really just wanted to dive into this reading, so maybe you're very action-oriented as well, like you really like to get down to business, but you could also be part of the LGBTQ plus community, and people find you very comforting and like they look up to you, you know. And I think you're also quite aligned, like your chakras are very aligned as well, and so, you know, people really, you give off a very warm air that is quite powerful as well, because you seem like you have your shit together, to people at least, even if you don't. Like, people think that you do. With the King of Swords. So, I mean, people really think you have your shit together. You give off a very authoritative air. And, like, just, like, I think you are warm, but you give off a boss energy, too, you know? I do think that you are very wise. Like, people think, maybe they come to you for advice a lot, you know? If they're having a hard time, they come to you. And you really try to give them the facts straight. You're very logical, you know? And again, I do think you have a warm heart, but you're very logical. And people see that part of you more. Like, that's the impression you give off. You can be a little cold, maybe, or like sterile. Do you know how when you go to a doctor, it's very like, let's do this and like get it over with? You know what I mean? It's like very, this is what we're doing now. This is happening. This is happening. There's almost no heart to it, you know? Even though I think you have this beautiful, lovely heart, this is the vibe people get from you, you know? And it's not that you're not capable of being loving and warm and sweet. Maybe you're very no bullshit, and you speak your mind, and people really see that as cold instead of just setting your boundaries and really being authentically you, you know? Because again, I think you're very sweet. I do get a very sweet vibe from you. But we're going to get a few more tarot cards to see what impression you leave on people and how you make them feel. Let's see. What impression does pile 3 leave on people? How do they make people feel? Hopeful. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. Oh my God. Okay, calm down. 5 of Pentacles reversed. Things are looking up. I just heard things are looking up. Yeah, you're like some sort of like spiritual teacher, perhaps, or something. Like they see you as like this guide, you know what I mean? To really help navigate through life. I think you also seem quite artistic and intuitive, and again, this is where that sweetness comes in. This is the Page of Cups. You've got this sweet heart that wants people earn your trust and really, because also this is a lot of different points of view too. It's not just this is how everybody sees you with every single thing, you know what I mean? Like maybe some people see you as cold and this King of Swords energy, but then others see you as this youthful Page of Cups that has like this sweet warm heart that just wants everyone to be happy, you know what I mean? And doing what they love, and you're intuitive, you know, and you really just try and spread joy. And maybe you're an artist of some sort as well. That would make sense with the colors. Again, just a sweet, sweet soul. And I think that you really you try to help people the best you can, maybe because people see you as like their shining light to get out of hard times, perhaps. I think you're very, let's do this way, right this second. Like you're very logical, and you try to make a plan for people, you know what I mean? Or like something like that. You're with the Hierophant too, and there's 2 5s, by the way. I think you try and help people map out a way out from like upsetting, impoverished situations, you know? People, again, they see you as this shining light because this is reversed. It wasn't upright when it came out. It's reversed. So you give people hope, you know? And they view, because you've got that sweet heart, maybe you have like a cold exterior, like, or you have like a very, I don't know, like a resting bitch face or something, you know, and people see you like that before they see that warm heart, like your smile warms your face up, you know what I mean? It just brings you, it really shows how kind you are when you smile. And I think people view you as like this guide, you know what I mean? Again, because they're meditating, very balanced. I said balanced chakras. I think that people see you, they almost put you on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Like, this is how we should be. This is exactly how I want to be as a person, you know, because you come across very balanced to people, and that's the impression you leave. You just, and try and spread the good, you know, and maybe you're like a spiritual teacher of some sort, or just a teacher in general. Take that if it resonates, I don't know. You're very connected to source, I think. But also because we've got logical here and intuitive, so I think you've got a really good balance of those two with the Hierophant, you know. You've got a really good balance, and your chakras, you're very aligned, so you can come at things from a logical perspective, but also really trust your intuition too. Like, so you have all the facts, but then you're like, you can trust your gut too, you know, like you can make a decision from that sort of point of view, but also this one, you know, like with the intuition. And again, people see that you're warm heart, you know, they really do, because at first you look a little cold. I'm not gonna lie, that's what it's saying, but then they really get to know you, or it doesn't have to be a very long time either. It can be a few minutes and you're like showing your true side, you know, and really opening up that beautiful heart and just showing people that you have this beautiful heart. People really see that. They see, and maybe you're an art teacher or something like that, or you enjoy music, or like you're a musician or like digital artist, something like that. I don't know. I'm getting art from you for sure. Or like an artist, musician, you know, dancer, jewelry maker. I don't know. Etsy owner, Etsy shop owner. But yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna get some goddess cards now. Just get a little more information here. What impression does pile 3 leave on people? Okay. Oh, there's 2. Perfect. Oh, I can't say this name. Oh, well. Oh, crap. That's all right. So, transformation. We have a transformation. Ooh, I almost lit that card on fire. That wouldn't have been good. Very spicy then. And the muses, inspiration. Oh, yes. I love when that happens. So, transformation. People have seen you go from, this doesn't have to be like people that are acquaintances or anything, or like you just walk by. These are like the people that know you and have known you for a while. They've seen you transform from very straightforward person and cold almost, you know, and very not letting people in, and maybe before, like, you had a spiritual awakening, you know what I mean? They saw you through that spiritual awakening and have seen you blossom into this beautiful person. And not that you weren't a beautiful person before, you're just more enlightened now, you know, and they've really seen you through that and just really see your power, that beautiful light power. Because again, I think you do have an authoritative presence, but you have that sweet soul, that sweet soft heart, because you've worked through all of the things that brought you some pain or that made you feel bad, you know, and people they see that you've done a lot of work, and that's why they come to you for advice or for your opinion on things, you know, because you've lived through a lot and people really respect you and your opinion and your thoughts on things. And we also have the muses, so that really fit with that Page of Cups, didn't it? Again, I think you're artistic and you're beautiful. You look very beautiful as well. Maybe you have some nice long hair that maybe is a bit curly, because everybody has fairly long hair here, except her and the Page of Cups. But so medium to long hair. And people, it seems like you take very nice care of it, perhaps. Like people just want to run their fingers through it. They won't, but they want to, you know. But I think you just inspire people. You inspire people to be their best and do their best. And I think you have the potential to be a really good teacher. I don't know if you are a teacher, but you have that potential. And people really like coming to you for guidance. They really do. You're so artistic. I definitely think you're artistic, for sure. I don't know what medium you're artistic with, but for sure. Okay, we're gonna get a Green Witch Oracle card now. Productivity, number 8. Cancer energy, yeah. Aww. Again, with the intuition, like you're so... and Cancers are like, well, I don't know if they're the mother of the zodiac or if that's Virgo. I think they're dual. You know, you're just nurturing and warm. You have such a warm energy about you that makes people feel so comfortable in your presence. I could almost cry. It's like do people release their energy with you a lot, like, and unload on you? Because gosh, I feel like that may be the case. It's like you help them cut the strings, you know, with the scissors there. You help people cut their strings and really work through their shit and really just inspire them. You inspire people to be better and to transform and to get moving. You know what I mean? You really try but in such a nice way. You're not like, I think, again, you have this side to you, but you have that warmth as well that really helps you. You have this authoritative personality, perhaps, but you're so kind about it, you know? So you would make such a good teacher, I'm telling you. I don't know if you're a teacher, but you would be great. But you really help people get moving with whatever it is that they want to do. And people love that. They love that about you. I love this reading. I like this pile a lot. So now we're going to get some Buzzfeed cards. Let's see. Okay. We have mood rings. Toad. I love that card. It cracks me up every time. Grasslands. Okay, we've got 3 more cards and then we'll talk about them. Let's see what else here. Okay, 2 just came out. Bison. Can you see that? Yeah. Sand. 1 more. Yeah, I would have been. And yeah, amethyst. Yeah, you inspire people to be passionate. Again, maybe you're hot. You're probably hot. I mean, I think everybody's hot. Well, not everybody, but they have the ability to be hot, you know? But I think you make people kind of hesitate to approach you. And these are people at first, when they first get to know you, or like they just see you. Because again, maybe you're in your head and you're thinking a lot, and you have this resting bitch face here. But I think that you make people, and maybe you're moody too. I mean, we did have Cancer. I'm a Cancer. So we did have Cancer. Maybe you're a little moody sometimes, and people have to catch you in the right mood. But I think for the most part that's more like they're a little apprehensive to approach you because you have such an authoritative exterior. But the second you turn to somebody and you smile at them or like make eye contact, they feel so much better. You know what I mean? Because I don't think you're aggressive in any way. It's just like how you come off. Yeah, and the toad is about being apprehensive. Again, like people are apprehensive to approach you and maybe you have a lot going on too. So people feel bad approaching you, you know, because you help people so often, so they feel kind of bad coming to you. I think that you really just try and dull people's worries too, you know. You really try to just make people feel comfortable. And with the sloth here, you're relaxed, you're very chill, and just, again, maybe your presence gives off a certain type of energy, but you're not like that at all. You're so chill and just like want people to feel good, you know, and just feel comfortable in your presence and not like super uncomfortable, you know. And with Grasslands, you're so patient and you bring people peace too, you know, like when you're walking just through a prairie or like through the grass, and like there's a lot around surrounding you, and it's just kind of peaceful, you know. I'm thinking of that scene from Pride and Prejudice when Mr. Darcy's walking toward Elizabeth like at dawn, like, and it's all foggy and like it's so like peaceful, you know what I mean? You give so much peace to people, and you're very patient. This is here as well. You just seem, what is this? Sand is here as well. You just give people feel so at peace with you because you're kind and you take your time to really listen to people and get to know them. So people just view you as this lovely, lovely person. I could get emotional. I don't know why. Something about this pile is making me like, like I don't know why. Maybe you make, I'm telling you, I feel like people unload a lot onto you, like their emotions. And I don't know if it really gets to you a lot necessarily, because you view it as in a very logical way. Like, yes, you have this, and again, Bison is like logical and Amethyst is intuitive. So again, we have the bookends here with logical and intuitive. So you definitely have these two sides and that balance. Like, if you think a situation calls for logic, then you go. You can discern, like, through what a person needs by whatever person it is. I think, do you know what I mean? Like, if a person needs a message through logic, or if they need a message through, like, intuition and more like a softer approach. Do you know what I mean? You can discern the different types of people that come to you. Maybe you're a counselor as well. I don't know. I get the vibe that you interact deeply with a lot of people. Or just you have a lot of friends and you're like, again, like the mom of your friend group, you know? Maybe you are a mom even, or a parent, excuse me. I didn't want to assume you're a mom. Maybe you're a father, you know what I mean? A parent in general. Yeah, you definitely have these two sides, and you can really discern which way to go with people. And people just think you're very, very, very kind, and you bring people a lot of peace. You really do. And you make them feel so, so comforted. Like, oh, wow. So let's get some charms to close out your reading with Margot. So this can get a little loud, so you can turn your volume down if you'd like. Okay. Yeah, we got the butterfly again with the it was right there. With the transformation. Okay, here, let me just, so Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini. I would have been surprised if Gemini wasn't here, actually. Aquarius, yeah, there's that logical side popping out. Aries, action, yeah. The kitty cat. Just trying to flip things so we can really see them. Okay, heart. And the letter B. Okay. All right. So immediately, I think you try and help ground people. You really just try to help people find that balance within themselves to be their best selves, you know? And again, I think you have a lot of knowledge, and you may be a teacher. You really might, of some sort. It doesn't have to be like a school teacher necessarily, but something. You have so much knowledge to give people. And maybe it's children as well. You may work with children. Maybe you do, like, I don't know, a youth counselor or something like that. But, you know, you really have a soft spot for children. Or like inner child work. You know what I mean? People that have been hurt deeply. I think that you have just a soft spot for them with this heart here. And the Virgo came out. So we got the two, and this is the father of the zodiac too, Capricorn. So that's fascinating. We've got Virgo and Cancer, which I view as the mother, and Capricorn as the father. So just you want to protect people. People see that too. Like, they really see that. And again, you may have a little bit of a tough outer appearance to people, and I don't mean ugly or anything, but like, you seem a little cold and scary to some people. But immediately that opinion transforms, and maybe I think you transform people's lives. People really, and give them direction. You know, you help people get grounded and find that direction as well. There's a lot of water energy there, which is Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, which tracks with your intuition as well. But you really just try and give people direction and help them in any way you can with your all of this knowledge that you have. You're a very knowledgeable person, and smart. You have like a lot of really smart signs here. And Aries is just action. You really want to help. Because you trust your impulses. You trust again with whatever you're feeling about a person, logical or softer with the intuition. You can navigate that so freaking easily. You know what a person needs when they need it. You know what I mean? Again, with nature, I think that nature's significant too. Maybe you do stuff outside often, or like maybe that's even like an exercise or a therapy that you do. Maybe you do yoga outside too. I'm not sure, to help ground yourself, because some of this sounds very heavy. And we have the cat too. So, you help people find their independence. You just help. I feel like you're just a helper. People see you as very courageous as well, and just independent and really your own person. You're an individual and intuitive. It's because the cat is familiar, like maybe you love cats too, because there's 2 cats here. Hello Kitty and this one. But, gosh, you're very intuitive. You help people go on adventures. I think people see you as adventurous because these are together. Maybe you go because these were all, that's funny. Maybe you're adventurous with nature. You know what I mean? Maybe you do some crazy stuff outdoors and people think that's really cool. Like, I don't know, like skydiving, or I just saw like a trampoline thing on TikTok that was crazy. But, you do, but you really, you're just adventurous, and people think that that's really neat. So that is how they view you. They view you in a very high regard, Pile 3. Like, you are loved by a lot of people. And if you would like to subscribe, you can hit the subscription button down there. And if you want to be notified when I post a new video, you can hit that notification bell. If you'd like to leave a like or a comment, you can. I do like reading the comments, but don't feel obligated. If you'd like to book a reading with me, I will leave my email in the description box. And if you'd like to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I will leave those linked below as well. But it's been lovely, Pile 3, and I hope you have a beautiful day, night, or evening wherever you are, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye!